From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Florrie Hawkins, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, yes. You were the principal of the school.
I'd like to talk to you if I could.
All right.
Would you care to meet me for a cocktail? There's a place called the Trader's Inn not far out of town. I could be there in an hour.
All right. Miss Hawkins.
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
What changed your mind about talking to me?
Well, I've heard how you've gone about this. I mean, you forced Sheriff Doherty to let you in to see Roy Vickery. You defied Chief Hanley, and, well, you don't seem frightened of any of them. Also, I suppose I'm a little sick of everything I've seen around here.
Okay.
I'll see you in an hour.
I'll be there.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the United Adjustment Bureau, 418 West 61st Street, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the racket in Clinton, Colorado. Expense account item 9, $10, one dinner and 4 drinks for myself at the Trader's Inn, 5 miles outside of Clinton, where I waited for Florrie Hawkins to appear.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, well, that's all right, Miss Hawkins. Sit down, please. Would you like something to eat? A drink, maybe?
No, thank you.
What's the matter? What is it?
Oh, I can't help looking around. I hope no one sees us together. I mean, that would be difficult to explain.
To explain to whom?
Your friend, Sheriff Doherty, for one.
Oh.
Last night when you came to inquire about Julian Osborne, Sheriff Doherty called and told me to get rid of you and not answer any questions.
Yeah, I guessed that. Did he tell you what would have happened if I had stayed and you had answered some questions?
No. I can imagine it would have been something that would have barred me from teaching for the rest of my life. That sounds incredible?
No, not too. I've been looking at your little town, Miss Hawkins. A school building can be made of paper, go up in smoke, a man can be killed, and none of the responsible people, the man who built the building, the fire chief, the sheriff, seem to care too much.
You asked me about Julian Osborne. I knew he wrote your insurance company, or called them, and told them the school building wasn't right. He told me he was going to do it.
I see.
I knew it wasn't right, too. Everyone who worked in there, who worked on the building, knew it wasn't up to specifications.
Then I'll contact some of those people.
Well, that may be difficult. Julian Osborne spoke up, and he burned to death.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't speak now, or any of the others.
I'm willing to speak about that building now. Now I'm willing to help you. I don't know about the others. Will Mr. Baines help you?
Well, he's frightened of going up against Vickery and the others. But I think I can talk him into it.
That would be 2 of us.
Yeah, that's right. 2 people speaking out. And then there'd be others. Once it gets rolling, it won't stop. Unless I've missed my guess about the townspeople of Clinton.
You seem to know a lot about people, Mr. Dollar. How to say what will stimulate them at the right time or make them speak out. I have to confess you did that to me. You looked hurt and bewildered last night when I insisted you leave me alone. I realize, very deeply, I realize there could have been 1,400 pupils in that school when the fire broke out. I didn't sleep last night thinking of it.
Yeah, I guess that was the only good feature of it. No children died. But as you say, Miss Hawkins, it could have happened the other way. Now, look, besides yourself and possibly Mr. Baines, can you think of anyone else who might be able to supply information about the construction of the school?
I don't know. Let me think.
Somebody who'd have evidence in hand, possibly.
Wait. Yes, I can think of someone.
Who?
The building inspector, the one who approved the building.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem likely. If he passed that building, he must have been in with them. What's his name?
His name is Richard Hobb. Oh, I've known him for years. Oh, he is in with them in a way, but I know he'd get out of it if he could. He was a very decent man when I knew him well. I think he's still decent.
Richard Hobb. All right, who else?
Well, that's all I can think of.
Well, that's a start.
Well, what will you do?
I'll ask you to take a plane to Denver, register at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, and wait until you hear from me.
What?
I'll want a statement from you before you go, but I want you to be safe. I'll get around to Hobb and Baines. All I want are sworn statements to the effect that Vickery built a bad school, that he violated insurance specifications. That'll start it rolling.
Oh, when do you want the statement?
Tonight, right here.
All right. Let's get busy.
It took an hour to get the statement. After that, I drove her to Grand Junction to catch a plane. Expense account item 10, $1.50, telegram to a friend of mine in the private detective business in Denver. I asked him to meet Florrie Hawkins' plane, see that she was safe and comfortable, and keep an eye on her during her stay in Denver. Then I drove back to Clinton. Item 11, 10 cents, another phone call. This one to David Baines.
Yeah, Dollar?
Baines, Florrie Hawkins made a statement about the school building and the fire. She's tired of being scared and shoved around. Now, how about you?
You want a statement from me?
Yes, comparing your specifications with what you saw that actually went into the building. Will you make it out and take it before a notary?
All right. If she can, I can. Then what?
Then go down to Denver and wait till you hear from me.
I'll make the statement, but I won't leave town.
You'll help me a lot if you do.
Sorry.
You'll be in danger here.
I feel brave. If you're going to play it so broad, I'll do it too.
I took his statement directly to the post office and mailed it to myself at the Northern Hotel. Expense account item 12, 40 cents, phone calls. I telephoned Sheriff Doherty, Fire Chief Hanley, and County Attorney Contractor Roy Vickery and told them that I had a sworn statement regarding building irregularities. Sheriff Doherty snorted and hung up. Chief Hanley yawned and told me not to bother him. And Roy Vickery just laughed. About 8 o'clock that night, I was at the home of Building Inspector Richard Hobb, a nice home in a nice part of town. The woman standing in the doorway was tall and blonde, holding a drink and smoking a cigarette.
Yes?
I'd like to see Mr. Richard Hobb. I'm Johnny Dollar.
I'm Lucille Hobb. He isn't home right now. But you can come in and wait for him and talk to me. I'm not bad company. Would a drink help?
Help what?
Whatever's wrong with you. You look tired, Mr. Dollar.
It might, but I'd rather not. I just came by to talk to your husband.
You said that. What do you want to talk to him about?
Business?
This time of night? Let's stop talking about him. What do you say?
Look, you probably missed your dinner tonight, and you've been getting all of your nourishment out of a bottle, so I'll come back later.
You're afraid Dick will walk in.
No. I'm not afraid of that, Mrs. Hobb. He's already walked out, and you're feeling sorry for yourself.
What?
Well, a man, if he lives in a place, has an ashtray or a picture or yesterday's sports section lying around the front room. I don't see anything like that in this room. If I walked over to that closet, 10 to 1, I wouldn't find any of his clothes. And if I tried the drawers, I'll lay odds there wouldn't be a shirt around either. When did he leave?
You're crazy.
When did he leave?
Yesterday.
After the fire?
During the fire.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Did he go alone?
I don't know.
Did Vickery tell him to get out of town?
No.
I'll ask that again. Did Vickery tell your husband to get out of town?
I don't know.
You said no the first time I asked. Vickery a pal of your husband's?
Well, they know each other, naturally.
Look, Mrs. Hobb, I don't know how much you've had to drink, but if I'm reading your eyes right, you're scared. You're scared about what's happened here and what could happen here. And you know your husband's involved. Mrs. Hobb, I want your husband to help me. If he helps me, I can help this town get rid of people like Vickery and Doherty and Hanley. If you see him, if he contacts you, tell him that. Tell him I won't let anything happen to him. Tell him I have statements from 2 people already, and they're being protected. I'll protect your husband. You got all that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good night, Mrs. Hobb. I left her standing in the middle of the living room, drink in hand, staring vacantly at I don't know what. Outside in the crisp mountain air, I took stock of the situation. Richard Hobb, building inspector, who had passed the school building, would be the most important witness I could find to make a statement. The others, from Florrie Hawkins and David Baines, would help. But Hobb's information would be essential to an investigation. I was just coming into my rented car when a sleek, dark limousine pulled up, and Roy Vickery leaned out the window.
Come here.
Why not?
Pretty cold weather to be out so late at night.
Yeah, but then I've got a lot to do.
You've been in to see Mr. Hobb?
Yeah?
How's Richard these days?
I wouldn't know. I only spoke to Mrs. Hobb.
I see. Lovely girl, isn't she?
Well, she's a little sad right now. Her husband's missing. He left town during the fire yesterday.
Do tell.
Yeah, I have a feeling he might have been ordered out of town. Sooner or later, people will be asking the building inspector embarrassing questions about their school.
Uh-huh. Were you going to ask him some embarrassing questions, that is?
Yeah, sure I was. I was going to ask him why he passed it. I was going to ask him how much he was paid to pass it. I was going to ask who paid him to pass it. And then I was going to ask him to make a statement.
I figured you might have had something like that in mind.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Mr. Vickery. I hope I see you real soon. In jail.
Hey, Dollar.
What?
I know you're trying to earn your money and you're working very hard. But I'd stop it if I were you. I admire a man like you, someone who calls a spade a spade.
Or a liar a liar.
Or a liar a liar. But, Dollar, it just won't do you any good here in Clinton, you see.
Tell you what, you worry about your problems and I'll worry about mine.
Have it your way.
Ready with your call to New York, Mr. Dollar?
Right.
Go ahead, please.
Hi, Johnny.
Hello, Al. Hey, look, Al, it's a mess here. I've made a little headway. I mean, I'll have a couple of statements coming in, but no concrete evidence yet.
Well, what do you think?
The school building was a fix or something or other. Money somewhere. I haven't been able to find out. The town's sewed up tight, civically and politically. I can't expect any help from the law or the fire department here. They're in it, too.
Oh, that kind of thing, huh?
Afraid so. I need help.
We'll be there in 24 hours. If they want to play it that way, we'll play it that way.
20 minutes after I hung up the phone and was in bed, I found out how much of a mess it really was. That's when my hotel door opened and a man lurched across the room toward me.
Dollar, I've got to tell you, I wanted to get to you yesterday.
He stood in front of me, swaying back and forth, his hands clutching the front of his coat. He fell before I could get to him. 3 bullet holes formed a neat trio across where his tie pin should have been. I ran my fingers through his coat, pulled out his wallet. The license read, Richard Hobb, age 39, occupation, building inspector.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the town of Clinton begins to fall apart. And it takes a lot of work to pick up the pieces. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Welcome to Hollywood, Mr. Dollar. This is Darrell.
Darrell?
Jim Darrell and Clark Insurance. We wrote up the palm quiz policy.
Oh, that Darrell. For a minute, I thought maybe...
Yeah, everyone does. About the policy, understand you're worried about it.
National Underwriters is. They asked me to take a look.
Come on over and help yourself. It's a simple enough policy. $100,000 coverage on both Dr. Carl Palmquist and his wife.
It's that double indemnity clause I'm interested in. Becomes effective the end of this week, doesn't it?
That's right. Why? What's wrong?
An anonymous letter sent to underwriters. Kind of hints that somebody's going to try to collect.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to National Underwriters Association, 1180 River Road, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the long shot matter. Expense account item 1, $174.90, airfare and incidentals to Hollywood, California. A good night's sleep at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and in the morning sunshine, Hartford's slush was only a clammy memory. Nobody walks in California, so when in Rome, item 2, $2 even, cab fare to Darrell and Clark Insurance Brokers. Beverly Hills, where else?
Come on in, Dollar. Won't be a minute. Grab a chair.
One look at the furnishings, and you knew a lot of insurance was sold here. It takes a flock of premiums to pay for the really good modern, the long, clean, functional stuff. Impressive. Jim Darrell was even more so, and I'd have bet that 90% of his policyholders were women. He seemed to be doing two things at once, shaving and keeping track of passers-by in the street outside. I watched him glance quickly out the window for the fifth time, smile happily, then make a check mark on a desk pad. I give up. What is it?
Electric shaver.
I mean the bit outside the window.
Oh, it's this year's version of counting license plates.
You playing alone?
With Clark, my partner. You see, he takes charcoal gray suits and I take Bermuda shorts. Based on strictly how many pass the window. The other side of the street doesn't count. Loser buys lunch.
Where's Clark?
Seeing a prospect. We play on the honor system.
Yeah. Mr. Darrell.
There, that's better. Yeah, Palmquist policy, huh? You want to know about it?
Well, you sound reluctant.
It's delicate.
So is this letter.
Look into Palmquist policy. You may have to pay off soon. Nice corny touch there. Letters from a magazine pasted on to form the message.
Well, the style's a little old hat, but the meaning's clear enough. You want to fill me in?
The Palmquist, Mr. Dollar, the last of one of our oldest families out here. Name, social position, money. They've got it all. That's why I'm not too impressed with this little, communique.
You were telling me about the family.
Palmquist's a doctor, an important one. Six-dish, to the manner born. Complete with iron gray hair and distinguished bearing. A, knows what he wants type of man. Has a tremendous practice and still finds time to go hunting about 2 months out of every year.
And his wife?
Invalid, confined to the house. A huge house, by the way, out near the beach. And there's a son, Eric, 25, who lives with them. That's the family.
About the policy, Darrell.
Simple enough. 100,000 straight coverage on both Dr. Palmquist and his wife.
And the beneficiaries?
Only one, the son, Eric.
For both?
For both. That's a pretty pointed grunt.
Why not? I was thinking of the double indemnity clause that'll be effective in a few days.
That's what I thought you were thinking.
Well, let me have a couple of addresses, will you? The house at the beach and Palmquist's office.
Sure. The office is only a few blocks from here. And, Dollar, please be tactful, will you? Those premiums, they're so lovely.
Well, the way to make sure they keep coming is to keep people healthy.
Yeah, I guess you have some. Hey, what do you know? Another one.
What?
Bermuda shorts.
Oh.
That puts me 3 up. Clark's going to scream like an eagle when he pays that lunch check. Today we eat at Romanoff's.
I walked the 4 or 5 blocks to Dr. Carl Palmquist's office. It was easy to find. You just look for the most expensive building in the most expensive part of Beverly Hills, or as the natives sometimes call it, Lootville. As I turned into the entrance, a young executive type brushed past me on the street. Suit? Charcoal gray. I hoped he wouldn't pass Darrell's window. Dr. Palmquist's office was all it should be. Tasteful, quietly lush, the kind of place that made you wonder why he didn't live right there. The nurse who came forward did nothing to destroy the thought. Blonde, complete with doe eyes, retrosé nose, and a figure that floated. Great medicine for the sick.
May I help you?
I'd like to see the doctor.
Do you have an appointment, Mr.
Dollar, Johnny Dollar. No, I haven't.
Dr. Palmquist isn't in right now.
Oh, what time will he be back?
Well, he has a 4:30 appointment.
Suppose I show at 5, then, Miss...
Lund. Steffi Lund.
Miss Lund. 5?
I can't promise anything, but you might try.
Oh, I will. I'll try like mad. Expense account, item 3, $38 even. Deposit and first day's rental on a drive-it-yourself car. And driving it out along Sunset Boulevard was delightful. I had no trouble at all getting into the California spirit. I pretended that I was a movie producer going home to his starlet wife. I found the Palmquist house on a quiet dead-end street high on the Palisades overlooking the Pacific. Darrell was right. It was huge, a single-story farmhouse that seemed to ramble endlessly. Well, it was a long way to come for nothing. I walked around the side of the house, and nobody tried to stop me. I moved through an open breezeway and wished that somebody had, because suddenly I felt like an intruder. Because of the woman sitting in the wheelchair, staring vacantly down at the swimming pool that sparkled in the sunlight. Because of the way she poured a drink from the bottle beside her without ever looking at it. Because of the way she held the glass, as though she wanted you to believe it was sarsaparilla tea, not whiskey.
It isn't really medicine, you know. I only pretend that it is.
Yeah, sure. Look, I didn't mean to barge in like this. Mrs. Palmquist?
Victor says it's disgusting. Calls it a sign of weakness. Do you feel that way, young man?
Well, nobody does anything without a reason. My name is Dollar, Mrs. Palmquist, and, well, I'd like to talk to you for a little while, if you feel up to it.
Weakness. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's...
Very sorry. Victor wouldn't like that either. Would you mind wheeling me into the house, young man? I'm very tired.
Oh, yeah, sure thing. You just relax. She leaned back in the chair and closed her eyes. She wasn't sleeping, just somewhere off in thoughts of her own. I pushed the chair toward the house as gently as I could. It wasn't until we almost reached it that I realized we had an audience, a good-looking kid in his mid-20s watching us from a bedroom window. A kid who didn't want to be seen. The way he jumped back from the window told me that. It was getting pretty weird out. Inside the house, I wheeled Mrs. Palmquist into a large living room. Gently, patiently, I tried to get her to answer a few questions, but I got nowhere. She wasn't rude, just secretive, smiling, and very far away. I was wondering how to get out gracefully when...
I'm so very sorry. I'm afraid I haven't been very attentive, have I, Mr. Dollar?
Suddenly, just as clear and lucid as that, I looked around to see what had made this almost magical change, and he was standing just inside the room, the kid I'd seen watching from the window.
Eric, come here, dear. This is my son, Eric. I'm afraid I've forgotten where you told me you were from, Mr. Dollar.
My mother's been ill, Mr. Dollar. She's not supposed to be disturbed.
Oh, now, Eric.
Oh, I am sorry. I was just leaving.
Good. I'll show you the way out.
Oh.
Maybe that would be best. You'll come back again, Mr. Dollar, when I'm feeling better.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Please make it soon. I don't seem to keep very good track of time. Another sign of weakness, I suppose.
Well,
When you show Mr. Dollar out, please come back, Paul.
Oh, yes, Mother.
You're a good son, Paul.
This way, Mr. Dollar. What do you want here? You can see she isn't well.
Yeah. It didn't take you long to go from Eric to Paul, did it?
She is not insane. You hear, Mr. Dollar?
I didn't say she was. Now, why did she call you Paul?
Paul was my older brother. He died 3 years ago. That's part of why she's like she is. A small part.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nobody's asking you to be. Just don't come back here.
I had plenty of time to kill before 5 o'clock, and a lot of things would have been pleasant. Sopping up the Malibu sun, watching the kids on the beach, you name it. But instead, I settled for a visit with an old friend, Lieutenant Berry, homicide. I wasn't just being social. Pretty sneaky, as a matter of fact. The anonymous note which underwriters had received intrigued Berry, and he promised to have it gone over by the police lab. At 5 on the dot, I was back in Dr. Palmquist's office.
Hi. You're a
punctual sort of patient, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, I used to get gold stars for it at school.
Well, I'm afraid Dr. Palmquist doesn't get one. He called just a little while after you left this morning.
Oh?
Said to cancel all appointments for today, that he wouldn't be in. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so am I.
I would have called you, but I didn't know where to reach you.
Oh, sure, that's okay. What about tomorrow?
I can give you an appointment at 10. How's that?
I'll be here. Thanks.
Mr. Dollar, would you like to give me some information now?
Like what?
Medical history, previous illnesses, complaints, the usual thing. Saves time in the morning.
Well, why don't we wait till tomorrow, in case Dr. Palmquist decides to play hooky again. There's one nice thing about this job. You get around so much you learn to pick up local habits without even thinking about it. For instance, that evening, I had a leisurely dinner, then took in an endless double feature, all without ever once getting out of my car. Drive-ins, you know. It was well after midnight when I got back to my hotel, feeling a kinship for bus drivers everywhere. I headed across the lobby, ran smack into Jim Darrell as I rounded the cigar stand.
Oh, Dollar, where have you been?
Well, hi, Darrell. Hey, who wound up paying for lunch?
Listen, I've been trying to get hold of you all night. Where were you?
Dinner, a movie, the wildlife, huh? Well, don't look that unhappy. I didn't do anything illegal.
Somebody did.
What? Hey, what is it, Darrell? What are you talking about?
Mrs. Palmquist. Dead. Shot to death a couple of hours ago.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, variations on an old theme. You pays your money and you takes your choice. But no matter how you pick it, it comes out murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Tony Barrett. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
It's me, Johnny.
Marty?
Yeah, how is he?
How about the same? Dr. Morton just gave him another transfusion.
Has he been able to say anything yet?
He hasn't even been conscious. Why, Marty?
Well, who's there with you?
Joe Crayley and the city attorney.
Look, Johnny, I've got to talk to you right away.
All right, go ahead and talk.
No, not on the phone.
All right, it's room 604, City Hospital. Come on over.
Not with them there. Why don't you come meet me?
Because Shorty Wells is the key to this whole case. If he's able to talk before he dies, I want to be here to listen.
suppose I tell you I'm ready to talk, Johnny.
Are you telling me?
I'm in an all-night lunchroom right across the street from the hospital. Can you come over here?
All right, Marty. I'll gamble with you. Be there in 5 minutes.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Greensport, Missouri, to the Home Office Great Plains Guarantee Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Open Town Matter. Expense account, final page. I hung up the phone more puzzled than ever, and heaven knows the case had been puzzling from the start. Marty Blake, young widow of the murdered police chief, had been completely uncooperative and unwilling to talk. And now she was reversing her field. Why? Her house had burned to the ground earlier in the evening, and Shorty Wells, number 1 on the city attorney's wanted for murder list, had been found trapped in the flames. Maybe this had something to do with Marty's phone call. She'd been my number 1 suspect at first, since she stood to collect $50,000 as beneficiary of her husband's life insurance. But then the city attorney himself, Dave Sherman, had provided her with an airtight alibi, and I'd reluctantly let her off the hook. Now this. I didn't know what she was up to, and I couldn't afford not to find out.
Something up, Dolly?
Well, that was Marty Blake, Mr. Sherman. She's in a lunchroom across the street. She wants to see me.
Oh, what about?
She didn't say.
Well, go ahead and talk to her if you want to, Johnny. I'll call you if Shorty starts to regain consciousness.
All right, thanks, Joe.
I'm sticking right here myself. This one I'm going to follow personally.
Well, if you really want to break the rackets in this town, your answer is lying right there in that bed, Shorty Wells.
I think you're right, if he's ever able to talk.
And if your police laddies don't fall over their own feet again, the way they did on that gun business when Ed Blake was shot.
That mistake was partly justified, Joe. It was the chief's own gun that was lying beside his body. It was natural to assume that he had exchanged shots with a prowler.
Yeah, but 2 days to realize he'd been shot with his own gun.
All right. They fouled up, I admit it.
And the ones who aren't stupid are crooked. Every raid you try to pull has been tipped off in the
I
inside.
know it.
Even when Mayor Lyons brought in state police, the whole plan was tipped.
Which you took great pleasure in pointing out in your news
All right,
story.
you guys, look now. I'll leave you two to settle this. Stick on this guy like a leech. And if he shows any sign of coming to and talking, let me know right away, will you?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Back here in the booth, Johnny.
Right. Well, what's on your mind, Marty?
Sit down, Johnny. Here, come on.
Why not? Well?
The waiter's in back if you'd like some coffee or something.
No, thanks. Okay, now what is it?
What is what?
You had to talk to me right away. How I talk?
Johnny, I'm not too hard to take, am I?
No, you're a pink and gold doll. Wild honeysuckle and a handful of stars. At least that's what a couple of guys said today.
I don't care what a couple of guys said. What do you say, Johnny?
I guess the description fits, as far as looks are concerned. And if that's all you want to talk about...
No, wait, Johnny. I'm in the clear on this. You know that. The night my husband was killed, I've got an alibi nobody could shake, right?
Well, I'm pretty well convinced you didn't pull the trigger, if that's what you mean.
And you could convince the insurance company, too, couldn't you? If you would.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'd go pretty much on my reports. But I don't see...
Why don't we get this settled and over with? Why don't you be nice, Johnny, and turn in a real good report?
Oh, so that's the pitch.
Well, it's not a pitch. I didn't do it, so why can't you tell them so?
Why don't we get some more answers first to a lot of questions? Explain a few odd angles, maybe.
Like what?
Like the fact that you heard the noise and woke up, that you sent your husband downstairs, that you turned on the light behind him and made him a perfect target for whoever held the gun.
Johnny,
Like the fact that you filed your insurance claim less than 24 hours after your husband was killed. Suppose we hear what Shorty Wells has to say before I make any report.
What if Shorty dies without talking?
Well, in that case, I guess you will be in the clear. Because right now, he's the only lead I've got. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Johnny, make that report. Make it now.
Sorry.
I'll give you $10,000 out of the insurance.
Oh, you are anxious, aren't you?
I just want to get it settled. Sit down, Johnny, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, Joe, what is it?
Firemen I know just came by the hospital, Johnny. They found out why Shorty fired those shots just before he ran out of the blazing house.
Why?
That cellar door was padlocked on the outside. He had to shoot the lock off to get out.
Then he probably didn't set the fire after all. Not if he was locked in the basement. What about that, Marty? Was he the one who was supposed to die in the fire?
If he was hiding out in my cellar, I didn't know anything about it.
Just another one of those odd angles, huh?
Oh, stop it.
Johnny, by the way, what do you want to see me about?
See about? What do you mean?
Well, yeah, the nurse said you phoned the hospital. Said you wanted me to meet you here. You mean you didn't?
Come on, Joe, let's get back there. Sure, that's why she wanted me to meet her there, to get me away from that room. Then somebody phoned and got you away.
Elevator's coming down now, Johnny.
Shorty's the one big threat to whoever's guilty. They know that if he talks, they're tagged. You get up to his room
No,
before...
I thought...
Mr. Sherman, leaving?
Well, yes, somebody phoned. It's the mayor. He wants me to meet him across the street.
Anybody out there with Shorty Wells?
Well, the doctor will be back in a few moments.
Come on, Sherman, back into the...
Wait a minute! Look, I've got to meet Mayor
Start it up,
Lyons.
Joe, start it up.
6th floor, number 6.
May I ask what's going on here? I haven't got time to go back upstairs. I told
I'm afraid
you...
you'll have to take time, Mr. Sherman.
It was all right to leave, Dollar. Shorty wasn't showing any signs of coming to.
Did you make sure of that?
Did I... Look, Dollar, I don't get what you're driving.
All right. Come on now, let's go.
Would somebody please let me in on this?
Let's take a look at Shorty first, Mr. Sherman.
Johnny, what happened to the cop who was on duty?
Well, he was here in the hall when I left just a moment ago.
Oh, he got to walk down to the... Did you leave that door ajar, Mr. Sherman?
Why, no, of course not.
Come on,
Why do you...
but quietly.
What the devil?
Are we interrupting something, Mayor Lyons?
What's
he doing with that pillow?
Nothing. I wasn't doing a thing.
You were holding it down over Shorty's face. Get out of the way. I think you were Shorty's dead. You smothered him with that pillow.
No, he was dead when I came in. I was just moving the pillow, Dave.
Did you have to get us all out of this room and then send the police guard away just to move a pillow?
Mr. Dollar, are you suggesting
Well,
that I
I'm
might have-
suggesting it for one. Dollar, I've been sure for months that Mayor Lyons was back of the rackets here, but I didn't have any way of proving it.
Until now, perhaps?
Until now, Mayor.
Very well, don't move, any of you.
Oh, now, wait a minute. That gun isn't really your answer, Mayor. There are 3 of us, you know. You can't get us all.
Stay back, Dollar.
Tell me something. Why did you have Ed Blake killed? Wasn't he one of your own boys?
I can tell you why, now. Ed Blake was going to pull out of the rackets, Dollar, and spill the whole setup to me. That was the reason for that fishing trip.
Then it must have been Marty who tipped off Mayor Lyons.
Sure, it figures. She loved that racket money that Ed was bringing home, and Shorty Wells was in town with a grudge against Ed already. Well, it was real convenient for you, wasn't it, Mayor?
As a matter of fact, Dave, it was very convenient.
Then Shorty hid out in the cellar of Marty's house until she decided things would be less complicated if she locked the cellar door and burned the house down.
Marty was a weak link, you might say. Stay back, Dave.
Now, you better give me the gun now, Mayor.
No, get back.
Do what he says, Mayor. You haven't a chance.
I'm warning you, Dollar, if you try
Yeah, I hear you. But I doubt if you can... Let go of it, Mayor. Drop that gun. Let go of it. No. Thanks. Now, if
Look
you...
out, he's getting away. Lock the doors. You never stop me for...
Look out, that window.
You tripped.
That's 6 floors down.
Yeah.
Well, he got out of being prosecuted.
As a matter of fact, there's nobody left to prosecute.
You want to bet? She was still sitting there in the lunchroom across the street from the hospital. And she'd heard what had happened. I knew it the second Dave and I walked in, from the half smile of triumph on her face, and from the way she greeted me.
Too bad, Johnny. You should have taken my offer because I don't need your help now. Your company is going to have to pay off. I'm really in the clear now.
You are, huh?
And poor Dave, with nobody left to prosecute.
He still has you, Marty. accomplice to your husband's murder.
Johnny. Shorty died without talking. Mayor Lyons is dead. No witnesses, no case.
Sorry, Marty. There is a witness.
Oh? Who?
You.
What are you talking about? What's that paper?
Well, you intended it to be an insurance claim. But actually, it's more of a confession. Signed and witnessed.
What?
You were over-anxious, Marty. And you filled it out in complete detail. It says, "We found my husband's body at the foot of the stairs."
That's right.
That he'd been shot and killed with his own gun.
Well, it's true, isn't it? That's what happened.
Yeah. But this claim was in the main office of the insurance company less than 24 hours after your husband was killed. The police didn't find out he'd been shot with his own gun until 2 days later. Real neat confession, huh, Marty? Expense account item 12, $310.45. Incidentals in Greensport and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $516.20. End of account, end of report. Remarks? Marty Blake never was able to explain how she knew about that gun. She sure tried. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Before I do that, please let me say thanks to all of you who are so kind about writing and telling us how much you like Johnny Dollar. It's a very gratifying experience. It's encouragement to all of us who are involved in production of the program. And, well, we appreciate your letters more than you know. As always, I'll try to answer you promptly, but sometimes the mail does pile up. In any event, thanks. Thanks very much for writing. Next week, a yacht that wasn't there and a man who wasn't there. They never were, but that's where I found them. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. It is written by Les Crutchfield and produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Gene Tatum, Paul Dubov, Joseph Kern, Stacey Harris, and Russell Thorson. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, this is Barton H.B. Hollister at Greater Southwest Insurance Company.
Oh, not Hollister in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right.
Oh, here we go again.
What was that, sir?
Nothing at all. Just go right ahead.
Yes. Now, Mr. Dollar, I want you to arrange airplane transportation for yourself out here immediately.
Oh, you do, huh? What's your problem?
You are to protect the life of one of our clients.
Now, Mr. Hollister.
His name is Henry Kirkham, and I shall expect you out here in Arizona without delay.
Now, wait just a minute. Let me be perfectly honest about this.
Please do.
I have never liked, do not now like, and never will like these bodyguard assignments. As far as I'm concerned, they're for the birds.
I beg your pardon.
What's more, you have a whale of a good police department out there in Phoenix, and if somebody needs protection, why not call on them?
Mr. Dollar.
Yes?
Did I say that Mr. Kirkham lives here in Phoenix?
No, I guess you didn't.
And did I, in any way, imply that you wouldn't be paid most handsomely for this service?
Oh? Like maybe how much?
Sizable extra consideration if you can turn whoever is threatening our client's life over to the proper authorities.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Hollister, you have just struck a very responsive chord.
Yes, I thought I would. So I'll expect you here immediately.
Well, it's pretty late in the day, but if I can get a night flight, maybe I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Not before?
I'll look into the plane schedules.
Yes, I suggest that you do.
But first, why don't we discuss just how much this extra fee is
Goodbye,
going...
Mr. Dollar.
What?
I said goodbye,
Now,
sir.
wait a minute,
I'll
Mr.
be expecting you.
But unless we can agree... Hello? Hello? Okay, friend. Just wait till you see my expense account.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company in Phoenix, Arizona. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the captain's table matter. Up till now, I had always managed to avoid any assignments from Barton H.B. Hollister. He was an egotistical, finicky, penny-pinching stuffed shirt who always demanded rather than asked, had no patience for anybody else's opinion. Still, I had no other assignment at the moment, and he had promised an extra fat fee. So, expense account item 1, $4 and... No, let's get this thing started right. Call it $6 even for a cab to Bradley Field. Item 2, $150.70 plane fare, plus $10 for incidentals. As promised, it was early next morning by the time we circled for a landing at the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Item 3, well, let's say $5 for a cab into the office on Adams Street. The day was young, the weather clear, people along the way were bright and cheerful, and I felt pretty good myself. But Mr. Barton H.B. Hollister, wow.
All right now, Dollar, where have you been? Sit down.
Where have I been?
I might have known this would happen. Sit down, I said.
Do you mind telling me what you had for breakfast?
What I had for breakfast?
Well, it's obvious that something has got you all upset.
Quite true, you have. I phoned Mr. Kirkham last night and told him you'd be here right away.
I took the first plane I could get.
Well, you're too late.
Too late for what?
A few hours after I told him you were on your way, Henry Kirkham was found dead.
No kidding.
Didn't need your protection, eh?
I didn't say that, Mr. Hollister.
You certainly implied as much.
All I said
But
was...
that's neither here nor there now. The simple fact is that Henry Kirkham, insured by our company for over $70,000, has been murdered. Or has committed suicide.
Oh, now I get the picture.
What do you mean?
You hope I can prove it was suicide.
Of course.
Then this company of yours won't have to pay off the insurance.
Over $70,000.
You said that.
There's far more to this matter, Mr. Dollar.
Like what?
The police apparently believe it was murder.
Well, if they can prove it, you're stuck.
Wait, please. The only suspect they're holding is a man by the name of Walter Pinkley, who happens to be Henry Kirkham's beneficiary.
Well, then what's your problem? If he did kill Mr. Kirkham and they can prove it, you certainly don't have to pay him the insurance.
You're quite right. The money will go to whatever other person or persons are entitled to it under the laws of succession. But now, bear this in mind.
Go on.
Walter Pinkley is also one of our policy holders.
That's interesting.
So if he did commit this murder, as the police suspect, and he goes to the gas chamber...
You're stuck with the payment on his policy, too.
Exactly.
If it was suicide, you pay nobody.
Right.
But if it was murder, you stand to pay off on both of them.
Correct.
Well, the police must have some reason for thinking it was murder.
Oh, yes, they have.
Well, then, if you don't mind, I'll pack up and head on back to Hartford.
No, Mr. Dollar, you won't.
Well, give me one good reason why I should get into a hassle with the police.
I have assigned you to this investigation, and I have agreed to pay your expenses out here.
Plus a nice fat bonus, remember?
I remember.
But that doesn't mean I have to accept the job.
You'd rather absorb the cost of your trip out here yourself and the return fare?
Oh, now, just a minute.
Very well. Now, rent yourself a car at our company's expense and get over to Tuttle immediately.
Okay. All right. You win. Who is Tuttle?
Tuttle is not a who, it's a where. It's a small town, 30 or 35 miles north and east of here, where this murder, or this suicide, occurred. I suggest you contact the police first. His name is Alfred Appleby.
His name?
Then see the people at the Yucca Flower Rest Home. That's where both Kirkham and Pinkley lived.
Rest home?
Yes, it's a small, exclusive place on the outskirts of that little town, mostly for people with lung trouble.
Okay.
Good.
Now, Mr. Hollister.
Yes, my boy.
Now that you've roped me into this thing...
Well, hardly roped.
That extra fee that we were talking about.
If you can show that Kirkham was a suicide, thus saving us from having to pay out all that insurance, and I understand you're very good at this sort of thing...
When it's justified.
Well, of course, of course. And I'm sure we understand each other.
How much, Mr. Hollister?
Prove it was suicide. $1,000.
Only $2,000 for saving you all that money.
All right. $1,500.
And what if I find that Pinkley did it?
And we have to pay on both policies? Well, there'll be no extra fee then, of course not. But as I say, if it was suicide, and you can convince the police of it...
$2,000.
Now, dollar.
Or shall I hitchhike my way on back to Hartford?
Very well, $2,000.
In either case.
Yes, in either case. Now get to work.
You know, Hollister, a little urging, and you're not such a tight-fisted old coot at that.
I beg your pardon.
Granted. Item 4, $50 deposit on a rental car. I drove north through Glendale and Cave Creek, and then east and a bit south to the town of Tuttle. There were a couple of general stores, one of them closed, a gas station, and a rickety old one-story building marked City Hall. That's where I stopped. And believe it or not, its only occupant in a small corner room with bars on the door.
That's right, young man. My name is Walter Pinkley. The police chief, who's also the mayor, has gone out to the rest home again.
Well, I'm Johnny Dollar, Mr. Pinkley. I represent the company that insured the life of Mr. Henry Kirkham.
Oh, poor Henry. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Terrible thing.
Pretty terrible for you, sir, if you killed him.
Now, isn't that the most absurd idea, Mr. Dollar, putting me in jail this way?
Is it?
But I suppose that policeman, that Chief Appleby, feels he has to point to someone as a suspect.
Why did he pick on you, sir?
Well, after all, Mr. Dollar, I was the only one to have visited with him there at his cottage at the rest home last night. And I'd told everybody I was going to spend the evening with him. I mean, everybody at the captain's table.
Why did you call on Mr. Kirkham?
Because he was my friend. Henry was the only one who appreciated my ability as a composer.
A composer of what, Mr. Pinkley?
Why, here. Let me show you. Here now. Do you see? This is the new concerto I'm working on. This will be my finest musical composition.
Concerto.
You understand music, Mr. Dollar?
Well, not enough to appreciate this, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's too bad. So few people do, and now that Henry is gone. By the way, did you know that he left all of his insurance to me?
So I understand.
That was wonderfully sweet of him. And now I'll be able to buy a piano for my little cottage and compose and compose and compose.
I wonder.
Oh, there's no need to wonder about it at all, Mr. Dollar. I shall.
Just how much do you know about the circumstances of Mr. Kirkham's death?
Well, not very much, I'm afraid. You see, I went round to his cottage after supper last night.
Why, sir?
Well, Henry'd been worried about something of late. I don't know exactly what. He never told me, in spite of our friendship.
Had he any other good friends there at the rest home?
With all the petty jealousies and the people just sitting round getting annoyed at each other over nothing at all. No, Henry and I were the only real friends.
I see.
All the rest of them, well, I don't want to use the word hate, but, well, if it weren't for the almost magical curative properties of the air and the climate. Touch of lung trouble, you know.
Now, Mr. Pinkley...
As long as I stay here, I feel just fine. And so do the others.
Yeah, well, now...
It's added at least 10 years to my life.
I'm sure it has.
But as I started to say, it was about 8 o'clock when I dropped in to visit Henry, and we looked over some of my music and talked and had a gay old time.
Sounds like a ball. Now, tell me, at what time did you...
But even so, he was, well, depressed and worried.
Mr. Pinkley.
Yes.
What time did you leave Mr. Kirkham?
Well, I guess about 10 o'clock. He said he had to write a very important letter in case. In case?
In case of what, Mr. Pinkley?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but during supper he had mentioned that someone was coming to see him. He'd had a phone call that someone was coming to see him to help him, I think. And in case that someone didn't arrive in time... Well, I'm not quite sure just what he meant.
I think I have a pretty good idea.
Then this morning, when they found him lying there in his cottage with that horrible pistol beside him, Mr. Dollar, I never dreamed that Henry would commit suicide.
Suicide?
Surely you don't think that anyone would have killed him?
Not even you?
Good heavens, no. When he was always so nice to me and changing his insurance to me and all.
Well, apparently somebody thinks you did it.
Oh, they'll find out. They'll find out, don't you worry. And meantime, it's so nice and peaceful here in this jail, and I can work all undisturbed on my concerto. I've been working 4 years on it, Mr. Dollar, and in another 4 or 5 years,
Mr. Pinkley, I sincerely hope you'll be around long enough to finish it.
What? What did you say?
Nothing. I'll see you later. I learned a long, long time ago that the most unlikely person may often be a killer. But this sweet old Walter Pinkley, never. At least not in my book. I got back into my car and I drove on out to the Yucca Flower Rest Home. In addition to a small office building, there were 8 or 10 neat little cottages on the side of a tree-covered hill. The car in front of the office had the word police badly printed across the side in nearly foot-high letters. And as I pulled up to a stop, a heavy-set man of about 50, wearing boots, jeans, a blue cotton shirt with a string tie, and a beat-up officer's cap with a badge on the front of it, came out to meet me.
You must be Johnny Dollar, right?
That's right. Chief Appleby?
Howdy. But you got here too late, Dollar.
How do you mean too late, Chief?
Well, I mean, I got it all sewed up.
Have you?
Yes, sir. I suspected this so-called pal of his right in the beginning, right from the time I found out he'd just been named the new beneficiary of the dead man's insurance.
Walter Pinkley?
Yes, sir. He just couldn't wait to see senile old crackpot. Didn't realize that trying to make it look like suicide might cancel out that insurance.
Why do you think it was Pinkley?
Think, Doc. Think. Well, that was only beginning. Now I know. You see, now I got what you'd call uncontroversial proof. You see, Mr. Dollar, it was all made up to look like suicide. I mean, in there all by himself, just laying there in the middle of the floor, shot right through the right temple, real close up, like as if he'd done it himself.
Well, now, Chief.
Yeah, and the old-fashioned 32 H&R there beside him, like as if it fell out of his hand.
Did you check that gun for fingerprints?
Not a sign of any prints on it anywhere. Now, you know he'd have to have his own prints on it if he'd done it himself.
Yeah, I guess it would.
Only one note to have been in to see him last night was that old Walter Pinkley, right?
Well, now, Chief, that still doesn't prove that
But what Pinkley didn't figure on was that Kirkham was already scared of him and he'd sent for you. And Pinkley also didn't know that sometime last night Kirkham wrote you a letter just in case.
Chief, I have reason to believe he wrote that after Mr. Pinkley...
Now, wait now. Just let me finish, huh?
Go ahead.
This letter was there on his desk, and, well, I got to admit I didn't take a look at it until a few minutes ago, but here, look at it for yourself. See? Pins the murder on Pinkley and nobody else. Read it. I mean, if you can, that handwriting's kind of old-fashioned.
Mr. Johnny Dollar, honored sir. So is the salutation, Chief.
Huh?
A bit old-fashioned. Honored sir.
Yeah, real formal.
There is within this place one who would avenge himself upon my life.
How do you like that language?
Sounds like an old Shakespearean actor.
Well, that's exactly what he was, an old ham actor.
Now, let's see now. Nor have I been remiss in my endeavor to assuage the passion that manifestly has provoked his wish for my demise.
It means he tried to talk this other one out of it, out of trying to kill him.
Yeah, fine. Thanks, Chief. But, alas, I had made it only too clear I could no longer abide his ridiculous Concertos?
Concertos, that's what he meant.
Well, maybe so, but it's spelled Concetettos. Concertos.
Well, it's that handwriting. He meant concerto. He couldn't stand that concerto anymore. That's all that old Pinkley ever talked about. But go on.
And so, because of my resentment over his stupid concertos...
Concerto.
All right, concerto, whatever it is, he seeks revenge.
Yeah.
And lest he seek to destroy me ere you come to afford me protection, I tell you now that his name...
turn it over.
But hark, there sounds a knock upon my door. I shall finish this anon. That's all, huh?
Well, it's all I need. He thought the knock on the door was you. He let the other guy in, got himself killed.
I wish he'd had a chance to finish this, to actually name the man he suspected.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Dollar. You want anything more clear than that? Nobody else had a concerto. Pinkley's guilty, and that's that.
Maybe.
Well, sure he is.
The others at the captain's table, Pinkley said.
What's that?
They all knew I was coming here, so if one of them wanted to kill him, he knew he'd have to do it right away.
Sure, and one of them was Pinkley. Same group of 5 at that same table. 3 meals a day, week after week, year after year.
5, huh? Who are the others? Did you check on that?
Oh, I sure did. They were the only ones that would know the most about not only Kirkham, but Walter Pinkley, too.
Well, who are they, those 5, the other 3 besides Kirkham and Pinkley?
An old lady named Miss Sarah Sanderson, man who calls himself Captain Howard, another old fellow named David Hesher.
Well, get them together, Chief. I want to talk to them.
What for? As long as we know who did it.
Just as a favor.
All right. Anything you say.
Something had suddenly rung a bell. I picked up a dictionary in the office. I looked up a word in it. And then took it along to meet the group, one at a time, in one of the little cottages. Mrs. Sanderson, in her late 70s, was a sweet little soul who was so unnerved that all she did was cry during the interview. Old David Hesher, his mind failing, well, he was no help at all. But Captain Eustace Howard...
Well, I certainly don't find anything mysterious about this case, Mr. Dollar. If you want my opinion...
Which I didn't.
After all, I speak from years of using this excellent mind of mine to solve far more complex problems than this.
What a blowhard.
But, of course, my extreme modesty forbids me to laud my own accomplishments.
Unconscionable bore.
Nevertheless, I am convinced.
Like that insurance man, Hollister.
I, out of my vast experience and confidence... I can assure you that Chief Appleby is entirely right in holding Walter Pinkley.
Captain Howard.
Pinkley and his ridiculous concerto.
Now, Captain...
I could have composed that for him in a month, in a week. I told him as much.
I'm sure you did.
But would he avail himself of my superlative musical knowledge?
Now, wait a minute, will you? Will you wait just a minute?
You don't want my opinion.
I don't think I need it anymore.
Really?
Chief?
Yeah, Dollar?
You and Pinkley both told me that Kirkham changed his beneficiary recently.
Sure, to name Pinkley.
Which I maintain explains why Walter Pinkley killed him.
Just hold it, Captain, please.
Very well, very well.
Chief, who was the beneficiary before?
It was this very group of people, Dollar.
Mrs. Sanderson, David Hesher, and the captain here.
And, of course, Pinkley, too. It was to be split up equal.
Well, and that's it.
Well, what is?
These other people were cut off by the change.
And I assure you, Mr. Dollar, to me, that made no difference.
Oh, be quiet, will you?
Really?
Tie that fact in with the letter, Chief.
So that letter pins it on Pinkley, and that's that.
Didn't you wonder why the killer left the letter on Kirkham's desk? He must have seen it.
I am convinced that Pinkley overlooked it in his excitement over what he'd done.
Well, I am convinced that the killer misread that letter the same as we did, that he left it there because he felt sure it would convict old Pinkley. And you, Captain, and this dictionary prove it.
Well, I don't get you, Dollar.
I am certain that I don't.
That word, concetto.
Only what he meant was concerto.
No, that's just the point. Because do you know what concetto means? It's an old-fashioned Italian word that means conceit.
Huh?
Unusual term, but so are a lot of others in that letter.
Well, sure.
Concetto means conceit. So add 'em up. When the beneficiary was changed, this silly, conceited old Captain Howard here was cut off.
I beg your pardon.
Along with a couple of others. But I doubt if they cared. Only the captain did.
Now, see here.
He didn't like the snub that it implied. Any more than he liked being turned down by Pinkley over that music, so he had to get even.
Mr. Dollar.
If he could make it look like suicide, he not only would get even, but nobody would get that insurance. So he knocked off Kirkham and set it up that way, and I'll bet he made sure that Kirkham's prints were on the gun.
Keep talking, Dollar.
But then he found the letter, that unfinished letter, and he thought that it put the finger on Pinkley. Now he could get even with both of them.
I will not listen to such drivel.
Take it easy, Captain.
That's when he wiped the prints off the gun.
Dollar!
So only Pinkley would be suspect because of the letter, he thought. But the letter, talking about his stupid, ridiculous concetto, his conceit, gave him away. You thought the letter would clear you, Captain, but that was one big, fat mistake.
Yeah. Very well. I killed Kirkham.
That's all I wanted to hear. Just put on these cuffs.
Oh, come now. Would you take me off, make me suffer, maybe die, like a common person, for the one very small mistake? Me, Captain Eustace Langhorne Avery Hard, me.
Yeah, Captain. You.
So, Mr. Barton H.B. Hollister, you'd better shed a bit of your conceit and pay me not only that fee you promised, but an expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford, and believe me, all the incidentals I could possibly cook up, a total of $438 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the fog, closing in over a dark, abandoned pier in San Diego. A killer on the loose. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Reddick, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Heard in our cast were Edgar Staley as Walter Pinkley, Richard Kendrick as Barton Hollister, John Griggs as Captain Eustace Howard, and Jim Bowles as Chief Appleby. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Howdy, Mr. Dollar. My name is Jake Denham. I own a cattle ranch out here in Craig, Colorado. How'd you like to come out here and see me?
Colorado?
That's right. I have a policy with one of your companies, Tri-Western, office over in Denver.
Well, what seems to be the trouble, Mr. Denham?
Trouble? Oh, nothing like that. Not at all.
Then why have you called me?
Well, you see, the brand I use in my beef cattle is a Lazy JD.
Yeah, you said your name is Jake Denham.
That's right. But JD is your initials, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the lazy part fits me to a T. But now, why have you called me?
Well, you see, I listen to your radio program every week. All those insurance cases you handle all over the country.
Glad to hear it.
And I thought the Lazy JD being your initials, too, and all the local color out here, and, well, maybe you'd like to come and get some local atmosphere for one of your stories.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Mr. Denham. If you have some insurance matter you'd like me to investigate...
Oh, no. I told you why I thought you ought to come. So can you, right away?
You sure there's nothing wrong out there?
No, like I said, a lot of local color. Nice place to stay here at the ranch. How about it?
Well, I've a couple of days' work on some reports to finish up.
Then right after that, huh?
Well...
Good, good. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye.
Look. And everything's really okay, huh?
Goodbye.
Mr. Denham, I think you're lying through your teeth.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-Western Life and Casualty Insurance Company, Home Office, Denver, Colorado. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the bum steer matter. Expense account item 1, 370, long-distance call to Hal Versky, my contact at Tri-Western in Denver.
Johnny, good to hear from you. You out in this neighborhood?
Nope, still in Hartford. Hal, I want you to okay an expense account for me.
Well, now that depends.
Listen, do you know a client of yours by the name of Jake Denham?
Yes. As I recall, he owns a big cattle ranch over near the little town of Craig.
Uh-huh.
Carries a straight life for something like 40,000, 50,000.
Well, look, I got a phone call from him begging me to come out there and see him.
Oh? Something wrong?
He says not, but I don't believe him.
Well, have you any reason to think something is wrong?
Well, only the half-baked excuse he gave me for wanting to see me. Look, Hal, I realize this is just a hunch, but...
Certainly sounds like it to me.
But my hunches have saved your company a lot of dough on occasion. So how about it?
Okay. Put it this way. If you run into something out there and clear it up, we'll pay the freight. If not, well, you just go ahead and have yourself a vacation at your own expense, okay?
Oh, now, why don't you relax that iron grip on the purse strings for a change, huh?
Why? What would you do?
Okay. But I warn you, Hal, if this does turn into a case for your company, my expense account is going to knock you right off your feet.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Bye-bye.
Johnny!
It took me nearly 4 days to clear up the reports I had to finish. I wish now it hadn't, that I'd left Hartford immediately. Expense account item 2, $133. Plane fare and all the incidentals I could think of, Hartford to Denver. I got there shortly after 7 a.m. Item 3, $50 deposit on a drive-your-own car, in which I promptly headed north and west on Highway 40. That is, after getting out of the traffic in Denver itself, and believe me, that town has it. The 200-mile drive to Craig was routine, except for the lush green hills, the snow-topped mountains, the vast meadows and forests. Colorful Colorado, they call it, and it sure is. Finally, about noon, I pulled into Craig and stopped at the Cosgrove Hotel for lunch. That's item 4, $350. From the waitress, I got directions to the Lazy J.D. Ranch.
About 8 miles south on the Yampa River, just off Route 789. You want some dessert?
Oh, no, thanks. This is fine.
Hey, you one of the relatives?
Relatives?
Oh, of course not. You're too late.
Too late for what?
It was real beautiful, though. Half the town turned out for it, and most of the big ranchers.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my gosh, it's after 1:30. Look, I'm not supposed to be on duty now, and I got a date with my boyfriend.
Hey, well, now...
Excuse me,
now,
I
wait a
gotta go.
second.
Just say the cashier in the lobby.
Well, but look, Okay. I paid my check to the cashier, went out to my car, climbed in, and headed for the Lazy J.D. There must have been several thousand acres to the ranch, all rich, green, healthy-looking pasture land, and Lord knows how many head of beef cattle. The main ranch house was a rather small but well-kept affair near the gate to the road from the highway. And then I saw it. A long piece of black crepe hanging on the doorframe.
Yes?
How do you do? My name is Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Johnny Dollar. Why didn't you come before?
What?
He begged you to come, didn't he? To come right away?
Mr. Denham? Yes, but I
Then
told
why
him...
didn't you? You might have saved him.
Saved him?
Yes, saved him. We buried him this morning. And I think he was murdered.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
The American writer Christopher Morley once wrote, "When you sell a man a book, you don't sell him just 12 ounces of paper, ink, and glue. You sell him a whole new way of life," unquote. Now that goes double when you give, not sell, a book. But the gift of 550 books to little children increases the legacy tenfold. Near the end of 1960, the employees of the Chase Manhattan Bank started a people-to-people program with such a gift to school children of a town in Tanganyika. That's on the southeast coast of Africa. To give you an idea how the books were received by the children, let me first quote from Francis Bacon. He's an English writer of a few centuries back. He said, "Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested." In the past, children in Tanganyika may have done a little tasting and chewing and a little swallowing and digesting. But there's one certain thing. They wound up devouring the books they received from the United States. And they did so much of it that they, the ones in high school anyway, were able to reach the level of English children their age and pass the exams at the same time. That takes a lot of book learning, as they say. Now, the gift of these books from the United States of America may have seemed a small thing to the senders, but the boys in Tanganyika who received them know that they've opened a whole new way of life. They've greatly increased understanding in the classroom of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Bum Steer Matter.
The tall, beautiful girl standing in the doorway of the ranch house at the Lazy J.D. outside of Craig, Colorado, was dressed in black. The red about her eyes showed that she'd been crying. But there were no tears in them now.
Jake Denham was my father, Mr. Dollar. I'm Virginia.
And you think he was murdered?
Why do you think he called and begged you to come out here?
Any idea who might have done it?
Yes, Big Mike Craven.
Who's he?
He owns the Sea Lucky Star and wants to own every other ranch around here, and he will unless somebody stops him.
How did your father die?
Anthrax. That's what they said it was.
I thought that was a disease of cattle.
People, too, if they get infected from the cattle.
And that's what happened to your father?
That's what they say, but there's no anthrax around here. Our ranch is clean.
Look, let's go inside and sit down and talk about this.
Sure, I'll talk about it. If only somebody will listen. And here, Johnny.
Oh, thanks. Are you, all alone?
Now that Dad's gone, he and I ran the ranch. Now it's up to me. Sit down.
Thank you. Virginia, were you trying to tell me out there that you think somebody tried to infect your herd with anthrax?
What would you think?
Who was your father's doctor?
Dr. Regis Ross from in town. Who are you?
Well, my name is Dollar, insurance investigator.
Say, you fellows act pretty fast, don't you?
Sometimes.
Feeling all right now, honey?
I guess so.
I told the hands that you're in full charge now. They'll take their orders from you. Or from me.
Or from...
Sure.
Sure, I guess that's best. Thank you, Pete.
They might as well get used to it, because after we're married... Look, honey, why wait any longer? I know this is a bad time to talk about
yes,
it, but
Pete.
I also know, and you know, that this is no time for you to try to go it alone.
But what about your medical school?
I'll give it up. This is a lot more important than... Well, you're a lot more important. Oh, look, Jenny, you've stalled me for a long, long time.
I know, Pete, because Don't you see I can run this ranch alone?
No. You need me, honey. And I'm here to help you.
Do you know how Dad felt?
Sure. That all I wanted was this ranch. The same as he felt about anybody else who ever came here.
Just who are you, Pete?
This is Pete Kermer, Johnny. My fiancé, I guess.
That's right.
Didn't I see a Kermer ranch on the way out here, a small one?
That's right. My pa's. He's Carl Kermer.
Well, what do you think caused the death of Virginia's dad?
Just what everybody says, Mr. Dollar. Galloping anthrax from that Hereford.
Then why did he send for Mr. Dollar to come?
I'm afraid we'll never know, honey.
Well, I do. It's because he knew something was going to happen to him.
Where is that steer now?
Buried. On orders from the vet and the state inspector. Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
You said investigator. Hadn't you better talk to Dr. Ross?
Yeah, I guess so. Want to let me have his address?
Sure. I'll write it down for you.
And, while you're at it, Tell me where I can find the veterinarian. And that state inspector, too.
Huh? Sure. Why not?
When I left them, a few minutes later, Pete was still making a quiet, but I must say effective pitch for Virginia's hand. Expense account item 5, 10 cents for a phone call to the state inspector. He told me he'd never seen the infected steer on the Lazy J.D., that he was confined to his bed at the time. I called the vet's office, and he was expected back shortly. So I sat around the hotel lobby and glanced over some magazines. And then, in one of them, I found an article that made my eyes fairly pop out of my head. Item 6, I called the vet again. He was in.
You caught me just in time, Mr. Dollar. I was about to drive over to the Sea Lucky Star Ranch for dinner. Mike Craven and I are old friends.
That's so?
Yes, ever since we roomed together at college.
Oh, I see. I understand you're the man who spotted the anthrax out at the Lazy J.D.
Yes, sir, that's right. Just that one Hereford. How it ever got to him, I'll never know. The rest of that herd's absolutely clean. That poor old Jake Denham, too.
You think he became infected from that steer?
Well, how else could it be? Galloping anthrax. Just like that.
Doctor, where is that steer buried? Do you know?
Yes, I had it buried myself. It's some miles out in the far corner of the Lazy J.D. property.
Then phone the Sea Lucky Star and call off your dinner date. You and I are going out to take a look at that carcass.
Oh, no, just a minute, young fellow. Investigator, did you say you are?
That's right.
Uh-huh. I suppose you have some authority.
What I don't have, I can get. Tell me, Doctor, is there some reason why you don't want me to see the carcass of that steer?
No. Well, let's go.
Along the way, we picked up two fellows who were handy with pick and shovel. It was almost dark now, so I bought a couple of powerful flashlights at one of the local hardware stores. That's item 7, 925. It took a couple of hours for the two men to dig down to the carcass of the steer, but they finally exposed one flank of the unfortunate animal.
Yeah, so you sure planted this critter deep, Doc. There's part of him. Give us a few more minutes, and we'll handle it.
No, wait. Huh? Mr. Dollar, come down here into the hole.
Sure. Oh, what's the matter, Doc?
The color of that carcass. I don't understand this.
What are you talking about?
Well, this doesn't make sense. The deterioration and putrefaction that always occurs, well, it simply isn't here.
You mean it's possible it wasn't anthrax killed this steer?
But I'm sure that all the symptoms, the swellings in the subcutaneous connective tissues, in the interstices of the muscles and lymphatic glands, and in the membranes of the mouth and tongue, they were all there, and they were edematous, too.
Could some poison have possibly produced those symptoms?
Poison?
Yeah, look. I read in a magazine this afternoon that strychnia often produces symptoms very much like those of tetanus, lockjaw.
Yes, that's true. But a poison that would... Good heavens.
Yeah?
Why, I haven't heard of it since my college days. Quintanogen sulfide. But why?
Good question.
No, Dollar. Because it wouldn't explain the death of old Jake Denham.
If it was anthrax.
What?
Or was he poisoned, too?
Good heavens, you mean you think that he...
Wait a minute. Doctor, the brand on the rump of this animal.
Well, that's Denham's own brand, the Lazy J.D.
Yeah, but it looks to me like it was put on over another brand.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Any way of finding out what the original brand was?
No. Yes, Mr. Dollar. The other side, the inside of the hide might show it.
Then, Doctor, you got a skinning job to do.
All right. Hand me my bag there, please.
Okay, here you are. Go to it, Doc.
Thank you. Oh.
That poison, how much to infect a man?
Well, even a small scratch on the skin could absorb enough to be fatal. No wonder the Dr. Ross...
Ross was the one who treated Jake Denham.
Yeah. No wonder we couldn't understand why death came so...
Well? No. Can you see what the original brand was?
Yes. Yes, I can. I'm afraid so.
Let me hold the light a little. Oh. I see.
But I can't believe it, Mr. Dollar.
Pretty clear, though, isn't it? Sea Lucky Star.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
A couple of 1,000 years ago, the ancient sage Diogenes remarked that all things are in common among friends. Well, he didn't mean that only material goods were in common among friends, but that they shared their troubles as well. For a long time, the United States Armed Forces have been a friend in time of need, during fires, floods, and pestilence all over the world. Many peoples of the earth have come to believe in the friendship which the U.S. military personnel have spread for so many years, and the calls for help they answer in time of personal emergency, a response which has always been immediate. Not long ago, a Korean Buddhist nun was suffering from beriberi, an advanced form of acute malnutrition. But she was living in an isolated monastery deep in the Korean hills and valleys. Her sister nuns contacted the nearest Army Signal Corps relay station, and wheels began turning. In no time, an Army helicopter landed at the station's helipad. American soldiers carried the stricken nun to the copter. She was flown to a waiting ambulance and whisked away to the hospital. Her recovery was rapid, thanks to the United States Army, her newfound friends. Army helicopter men helped in many other ways. Over the 108 islands of the Ryukyus that spread from southern Japan to northern Formosa, Army helicopters are constantly whirling their blades as they hop from one island to another on missions of mercy. They bring food donated by American women on Okinawa, or they bring vital medicine to save a life. They also bring friendship and understanding and freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Bum Steer Matter.
Looks pretty bad, doesn't it, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, Doc. It looks as though this Hereford steer was brought over from the Sea Lucky Star, was rebranded with a Lazy J.D., was given the poison to make it look like it died of anthrax.
Yeah, but Mike Craven, who owns the Sea Lucky Star, I know him, Dollar. I've known him ever since our college days.
Medical college?
Oh, no, just during the preparatory years. But Big Mike couldn't have done a thing like this.
Big Mike has wanted to get his hands on the Lazy J.D. for years,
well,
hasn't he?
Of course, so have a lot of other big ranchers, but I'd stake my life on it. He'd never do it. Hey, wait.
Yeah?
You should have taken that left turn to get to the Sea Lucky Star.
That's not where we're heading.
Yeah. Well, then where?
If I remember correctly, it's this road to the right, here.
Well, you mean the K-Bar K?
Got any better ideas?
Well, I'll be... The ranch house is dark.
It won't be for long. Would you call this a good ranch, Doc?
No, old Carl has been just a hanger-on. He hasn't made the place pay for quite some...
What's going on out there? Who is it?
Johnny Dollar, Pete.
Oh?
I want to talk to you.
Oh, sure. Door's open. I'll be right down.
Come on, Doc.
Let's see if I can find the light switch.
This flashlight will do. And we're going on upstairs.
Huh?
Wait down there. I'll be right down.
We'll be right up.
Well, now, wait a minute, if you don't mind.
Wow. Nice place you have up here.
Look, I asked you to wait down. Dr. Cummings.
I'm sorry, Peter, but this...
How'd you make out with Virginia Denham, Pete? Convince her to marry you?
That's none of your business, Mr. Dollar. Now, just what do you want?
Pretty nice ranch to get your hands on, that Lazy J.D.
I beg your pardon.
Combination bedroom and study, huh?
As Virginia told you, I've been going to college.
Yeah, medical school. Nice set of books you have here.
Of course, I'll have to give that up now.
Oh, you're going to have to give up a lot of things.
What?
Where did you get it, Pete? What was the name of that stuff, Doctor?
Quintanogen sulfide.
What do you know about...
Well?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why the marker in this book on toxicology?
Marker?
That was a foolish thing to do, Pete. A dead giveaway.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. Right here. Quintanogen sulfide.
I never heard of it.
You're lying, Pete.
No.
Giving it to that Hereford was probably a cinch.
Listen, you...
But how did you give it to Jake Denham?
Dollar. That's something you'll never live to know.
Oh, look, now, wait a minute. Put the thing away.
No. Now stand back.
I said, look out, you.
Stop!
Oh, thanks, Doc. I guess he'd forgotten all about you until you landed that chair on his head.
Yes. Now, I suppose I'll have to patch him up a bit.
Oh, absolutely. He'll have to look nice for the trial, won't he, Doc? Expense account item 8, $55.95. Living expenses in Craig while waiting for the autopsy on Jake Denham. And yes, the same drug was used on him as on the Hereford steer. A small bottle of the rare drug was found in Pete Kermer's trunk. So Pete's not only lost a chance for a nice ranch, but for living very long. Expense account total, including incidentals and fare back to Hartford, $618.50. On second thought, how's about just sending that check to the community chest? Then I'll feel a little better about this case. And about myself, too. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, an old ghost town out in Montana. But one of the ghosts carries a .38 Colt. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Gene Tatum, Will Wright, Jack Edwards, Howard McNear, Sam Edwards, and Forrest Lewis. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Dan Cumberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
George Dean, Johnny, Congress Mutual.
Oh, hi, George.
Johnny, how did Las Vegas sound to you?
Expensive. Can you afford it?
Got to. A client of ours had a 30-grand diamond necklace stolen out there yesterday. Little of the sore.
The dancer?
One and only. Still packing them in after all these years. And still the same two weaknesses, Johnny. Gambling and collecting young men.
Well, they say every girl needs a hobby, George. Not two hobbies, though. I could run into money. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund and another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Wherever you go, whatever you do, enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. That lively, full-bodied Wrigley's Spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The pleasant chewing helps keep your throat moist, helps relieve that dry, thirsty feeling. And delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is so handy. Just slip a package into your purse or pocket and you've got refreshment right at your fingertips. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working. Enjoy this refreshing treat along with your favorite summer sports. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is always enjoyable, and you can chew it without even taking time out. Get a few packages of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Concourse Mutual Assurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jones matter. Expense account item 1, $318.60, transportation, round-trip airfare and incidentals to Las Vegas and the Flamingo Hotel, where the ordinary citizen lives like an Oriental potentate wishes he could live. After checking in, I took a short walk down the street to Lily Lesueur's hotel.
Yes?
Miss Lesure, I'm Johnny Dollar, special investigator for your insurance company.
Oh, well, that's very nice, I'm sure, but... Oh, of course, the necklace. That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. Mind if I come in?
Oh, please do, Mr. Dollar. This is Eddie Lawson, Mr. Dollar, my very dear friend. Just a doll, really.
Hello, how are you?
I think it's awfully droll and nice of the insurance company to take such an interest in my poor little affair.
I imagine they regard $30,000 as more of a rich, big affair.
Oh, dear. And then I suppose you'll go around prying into all my most intimate secrets and asking such embarrassing questions that I'll just... Oh, I think having jewelry stolen is always such a bore.
Yes, the insurance company feels the same way, Miss Lesure. Now, if you just...
good heavens, look at the time. I've got to fly.
Lily, you remember what I told you?
Now, Eddie, don't start being a child. Don't you think these Western outfits are just adorable, Mr. Dollar?
Well, they do a lot to point up a girl's personality, all right?
Well, maybe this investigation won't be such a chore after all. Oh, dear, I'm late. Buck and Devastator are going to be just furious. Oh, well, tell him all about it, Eddie. That's my show tonight, Johnny. 10 o'clock at the $1 Billion Club. Join me for a snack afterwards. Here by the pool. That's where it all happened. Toodaloo all.
Buck and Devastator.
Buck Bartlett. He's the riding instructor at the Lazy J Stables. Devastator is the horse.
It's a better name for Lily.
I'm going to marry Lily, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, congratulations. Now, what about this necklace? What happened?
It disappeared. That's all I know about it.
So how? When? Where?
Look, why don't you do like Lily said? Come around tonight. The same gang will be there, and you can check the setup yourself, see what happens. You can keep an eye on this Buck Bartlett if you want a kiss from me.
And the other eye?
Anywhere. As long as it's not on Lily.
Expense account item 2, $2.50. Lunch at the hotel. And $12 for a hired car to the Lazy J Stables. Horses for hire. English or Western style saddles. Instructor available. A Western style instructor, as was soon painfully obvious.
Mighty pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Dollar. Lily just took off from here a couple of minutes ago.
I know.
You, Eastern friend of hers?
Well, I'm not exactly a friend. I'm a special investigator. Checking into those diamonds she lost the other evening.
Oh, I see.
I understand you were there. Might know something about it.
No, sir. Beats me. There we was, sitting on that fancy terrace kind of thing they got there, hoisting a little poison and showing on some beefsteaks, you know. And the next thing you know, Miss Lily lets out a yap and says, "My rock. Somebody up and took my rock." Well, I didn't even know she had any jewelry out there with her.
Did anybody know she had?
Well, not unless it was Miss Jo.
Miss Jo?
It was a gal I brung, Miss Joan Drake. I was thinking she might have known because she ambled down to Miss Lily's room with us so they could change their glad rags and put on their bathing suits, you know. She'd been pestering me for a week to meet Miss LeSueur, but she sure wouldn't take nothing that didn't belong to her.
Buck, I wonder if there was a diamond necklace on the terrace.
Well, you ain't able to say Miss Lily lied about it, are you? Well, that little woman is true blue, mister. Matter of fact, Mr. Dollar, I wouldn't want this to get around, but I'm sort of aiming to... Well...
Let me guess, Buck. You're aiming to marry her.
Yeah. I reckon it just sticks out all over her. Don't it, Dollar?
Well, seems I was having a late supper, Mr. Dollar, out there in the open by the pool. It was after Miss LeSueur's last show, so the four of them had the place pretty much to themselves.
Now, who were the four, Marshal?
Well, there was Miss LeSueur, of course, and this young fellow she brought with her from the East.
Eddie Lawson?
Yeah. Don't know much about him, except she's dang near old enough to be his mother.
You'll have to admit she doesn't look it, though.
She sure don't. Well, the other young fellow's the one you talked to, Buck Bartlett, he calls himself.
Oh, yeah, the Texan.
Yeah, he's about as Texan as you are, Mr. Dollar. Came here from Los Angeles. He just puts on that talk because the Easterners like it, especially the Eastern women.
That Texas drawl comes in handy, huh?
Then the other one's a girl named Joan Drake.
Yeah, she was there with Buck.
Yeah, she's kind of a funny one. Young, pretty, smart as a whip. Came out from the East a while back. She's floor manager of the casino at the $1 Billion Club. Talk to her. See what you think. I can't figure it out.
All right. I'll see if I can.
Come talk to me again after you look around a little.
Fine, I will. Huh. You know, I've seen these slot machines all over town. The last place I'd look for one is in the marshal's office.
Well, that's kind of very special.
Guess I might as well take the jackpot with me. Lemon.
Yeah, that's all it ever is.
Huh?
It's rigged. I send the money it takes in over to the county orphanage. Charge it up to experience, Mr. Dollar.
Expense account item 3, $1 for experience and information from the marshal's office, and $17 miscellaneous expenses at the $1 Billion Club, where miscellaneous covers a lot of different items. One item is the roulette wheel.
You're not having very good luck.
Oh, I'm only paying for conversation anyway. Of course, I haven't had much yet.
What would you like, the story of my life?
We could start with that.
All right. Lay out $1. I was born of wealthy parents, raised entirely by nurses, educated in exclusive private schools, and was graduated from a swank college, which I shall leave nameless. You like it so far?
Well, it isn't original, but well told. Go on.
Lay out another $1. You just lost that one. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the divorce. Quite sensational, really. While his clients withdrew their accounts and support, he was bankrupt within 3 months and dead by suicide within 6. You see, the other woman jilted him, and I, a tenderly nurtured sapling, was cast out into the world to sink or swim.
Well, never fear. Heaven will protect the working girl.
Oh, that was awfully funny.
Yeah, it was a scream.
14 even.
And, what did you do with the necklace?
What did I... What? What is this? Who are you?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator. And you're Joan Drake, who wanted badly to meet Miss LeSueur. She changed clothes in her room with her, who was the only one who knew she had the diamonds out at the pool. Who works here for about, $50 a day and could probably use $30,000.
22 even.
And I asked you what you did with the necklace. I think that ought to cover the what is this?
Mr. Dollar, if you'd like to play roulette, by all means, stay around. But I'm afraid I don't have any more conversation. Not at these prices.
I thought I was overcharged for what I got.
And this will kill you. The whole story was true.
And with all that background, running a casino is the best you could do?
The best for me. With glitter and glamour and sparkle. And that's what I was brought up to expect.
The diamonds sparkle a lot, too, Joe. I missed Lily's first show at the $1 Billion Club, but I met her by the pool at her hotel right afterwards. It was a warm night. The stars blazed against the desert sky, and Lily and her guests scintillated back from the terrace below. Except me. I didn't scintillate. So far, I wasn't any closer to that necklace than I'd been when I got off the plane. I had the feeling I'd learned a few things, and at the same time hadn't learned anything. And Lily didn't help much.
Did you see him? Did you see Eddie dive? Isn't he just utterly gorgeous, Johnny?
Yeah, the original Catalina ad. Just look for the flying fish.
Oh, he's just beautiful. He was a lifeguard in Miami, you know, much tanner than he is now.
I see.
Look at Buck watching. It makes me so terrifically jealous, and Eddie knows it, too. Aren't they both just screamingly cute?
Strange. How about that necklace?
Oh, it's too nice tonight. Let's worry about it tomorrow.
Let's worry about it tonight.
Oh, Johnny.
Might as well go along with him, Lily. He's got a one-track mind.
Joan, darling, I didn't see you there in the shadow.
Just looking up glamour, honey.
Where were you sitting that night, Lily?
Why, by the oddest coincidence possible, right in his very chair. You see, ordinarily I kept the necklace in the hotel safe, but I wore it in my show that night, and it was late when we got here, and then we changed into swimming suits, and I didn't want to leave it in my suite, so I just brought it out here, wrapped in a handkerchief. And I kept it right here on the seat beside me all the time.
So all of a sudden it wasn't there, did it?
Well, yes, that's exactly the way it happened. Now it's all settled. Let's talk about something else.
Lily, you know as well as I do it's not settled. You can't tell the insurance company the thing just disappeared, and that's all there is to it. They want to know how it disappeared, when and where.
Well, you must be so hideously persistent. It happened while I was playing the slot machine. That one, right over there. I left the necklace lying here in the chair.
And where were the others while you were over there waltzing with the slot machine?
Oh, around, I suppose. I don't know. When I hit the jackpot, I simply went right out of my mind.
How about you, Joan? Where were you?
Like she says, around. Oh, plenty of opportunities. That's what you mean.
Oh, how utterly fantastic. She's a dear girl, Johnny. And I insist that you stop suspecting her. Or anybody else, either.
Were all of you searched?
Well, I wasn't, of course, but the others were.
That wasn't really much of a problem, Johnny. We were wearing swimsuits, you know.
Joan, I doubt if you went out of your mind over the jackpot. Did you notice where the boys were at the time?
Well, as far as I can remember.
I reckon a man ought to have the privilege to answer for himself, Mr. Dollar.
Why, sure. Pull up an empty saddle and join the party. You too, Eddie. All right, Buck. Where were you?
I was over there with Miss Lily. I was standing right behind her when she up and hit that jackpot.
I was in the pool. I came out when I heard everybody yelling about some diamonds being missing. Do you check them out on that, Joan?
Sure. That's how I remember.
Well, I'm certainly glad it's all settled. Oh, Johnny, you'll simply have to excuse me now. I've got to get ready for my show.
I'd be mighty proud to escort you to your room, Miss Lily.
Now, wait a minute, Staples.
Oh, here.
Boys, you can both escort me. Come along now. I'll be right back, Johnny. Don't go away now.
Silly and soft as a kitten on the surface, but inside all angles and hard as a rock.
She belongs to a different age, Joan. The last of the champagne slipper girls.
Johnny, how much are those diamonds worth to you?
To me?
To the insurance company. Sometimes they make deals, don't they?
Sometimes.
No questions asked?
Sometimes.
How much?
Depends. I have to find out.
Everything about life, Johnny?
Now, if I can help it.
It's real crazy the way it works out. I didn't finish that story of my life, Johnny. My real name is Jones. My father was Jonathan Vanderley Jones.
Jonathan Vanderley Jones? But if that's true, then...
Yeah. It's real crazy. The correspondent my mother named in that divorce case was Lily LeSueur.
Fran,
You know Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is a delicious treat that millions enjoy all year round. It's good to chew almost any time and any place. In warm weather, you'll enjoy especially the refreshment that Wrigley's Spearmint Gum gives you. When your mouth feels hot and dry, or when you're feeling warm and tired, chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum gives you a pleasant little lift. It cools your mouth, moistens your throat, and refreshes your taste. Besides, chewing on a good, smooth piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum seems to add enjoyment to whatever else you're doing. So always keep some Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Enjoy it at home, at work, wherever you are. Remember, that's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account item 4, $5.90. Supper snack with Joan on the hotel terrace. I sat there trying to put things together. Either Joan had suddenly spotted something that had tipped her off to the thief, or if she'd taken the diamonds herself, something had caused her to decide on a deal. But which? And what was it? I tried to remember what had happened just before, what had been said, and got nowhere.
You know, Johnny, it's funny. I've always been the innocent bystander. Up until now.
Maybe that's what you ought to go on being. Unless you stole it yourself.
Would the daughter of Jonathan Vanderley Jones turn out to be a thief?
She might, for money and other valuable considerations.
Like, for instance?
Like a chance to hit back at the woman who ruined her father.
Oh, you're heading up a dead-end street.
Maybe you are, too. Well, I guess we're expecting at the $1 Million Club.
Not I. Little Jones got work to do.
So is little Johnny. Maybe we'll meet in the same playpen.
Somehow I don't think so. Bye-bye now.
Johnny, what would happen if I just waived any claim of insurance on the necklace? Drop the whole thing right now.
Which one did it?
Sure, I don't...
Which one do you think did it?
Maybe I decided it doesn't matter which one.
Suppose it was Joan. Would you still want to drop it?
Oh, but that's ridiculous. She would...
Or there's still another possibility. Maybe you started something you want to back out of now.
Johnny, why must you be so hideously difficult? The insurance company sent you out here to save $30,000 for us. And I'm just utterly certain they won't care how nor why, as long as they save it.
No, maybe they won't. But what about me, Lily? It leaves me curious.
No, I'm quite sure you know a good deal more about this than you're letting on. Well, I've got to run again. It's time for my show. Bye, sweetie.
Expense account item 5, $10 for an hour and a half of more miscellaneous at the $1 Billion Club. Lily was in too much demand for any chance of a quiet talk. My other 3 chums weren't around. I was trying to decide whether to go back to the hotel when I was paged over the public address system. I picked up the phone at the end of the bar. Johnny Dollar.
Marshal Kimberly, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Marshal?
Well, it looks like one of those necklace people got herself in a mess of trouble a while ago.
Oh. What do you mean?
I'm calling from the parking lot. She's that Joan Drake girl. Found out here in the back seat of a car. She's dead.
I guess you can cover her up now, Marshal. Poor kid never knew what hit her.
She the one you thought might make a deal, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah.
Well, somebody made sure she didn't. Hit her 3 or 4 times with something heavy. I'd been a wrench, judging by the marks.
A wrench, huh?
Did you find it?
No. Did you notice her hands?
Yeah. Apparently she'd had them around something greasy, rusty. I wonder if... Wait a second. Radiator's still warm. She may not have been killed here at the club. She could have been brought here and left.
It's possible.
Who's this car belong to?
Buck Bartlett. We got the boys out looking for him now.
Comfortable, all right. Well, ties up.
Do you want to let me in on it, Mr. Dollar?
Let me check first. I'm doing a lot of guessing. Joan brought up this deal while we were all at Lily's hotel this evening. I think she just figured out how the necklace was stolen. I think she was killed trying to get it. And I think I figured it out, too. But let me check first, Marshal. I'll talk to you later. 10 minutes later, I was alone on the deserted terrace beside the swimming pool at Lily's hotel. I knelt on the edge and looked down into the water. Crystal clear, lighted by an underwater bulb sunk in the concrete wall. The pumping system was running as usual, drawing the water from the drain pipe in the deep end, circulating it through the filter tanks in the pump room, and returning it to the shallow end. I took my handkerchief, weighted with my room key, picked the spot carefully, and dropped it into the water. I watched it sink down toward the drain. Down, down. Then suddenly it was caught by the current and sucked into the drain. So far, so good. The next step was the pump room. I looked around for the switch on the pump motor, found it, and shut it off. There was a crescent wrench laying on the window ledge. It was shiny and clean. No use worrying about fingerprints. I picked it up and started to work on the rusty cover bolts on the strainer tank. Probably the same way Joan had started. Not if you're clever, she said. Well, she was clever. Well, not clever enough. Inside the strainer tank, laying in the wire basket, was my handkerchief and room key. And beside it was Lily's diamond necklace. I was halfway across the terrace, and the lights around the pool went out. Somebody had pulled the main switch. I stopped and listened, waiting. But when it came, I was caught off guard. Somebody hit me and knocked me into the water. When I came up, I heard someone swimming. Whoever it was had come into the pool after me. I made the side, grabbed hold of the ledge with my left hand, drew back the wrench in my right. As the splashing came close, I lifted it and swung.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Marshal! Marshal! Over here with that flashlight.
What happened to the light?
Switch was pulled. Here, help me get him out of the water.
Yeah. Let me have it. There we are.
His luck ran out, Marshal. This time, I had the wrench.
That swimmer fella, huh? Eddie Lawson.
Yeah. I found the necklace in the strainer of the filter system, where it's been all the time. He was lying when he said he was in the pool when Willie hit the jackpot. He went in right afterward. During the excitement, took the diamonds with him. Joan knew he was lying, and she figured out what he'd done. He was a smart kid. Too smart.
sorry to wake you, Lily, but
Good heavens, wait, let me put on some makeup. I must look a positive fright.
I got your diamonds back, Lily.
Oh, you did?
Here.
Thank you. Which
one of your boyfriends? Why don't you give up, Lily? Time moves along. The years add up.
I'm not harming anyone.
Aren't you? Joan is dead. Eddie killed her over these diamonds of yours.
Dead? She's dead?
It's all right, though, as long as you're not harming anyone.
But how could I know? I didn't mean any harm to that poor girl. Eddie could have had the diamonds if I'd known. They didn't matter, Johnny. Just a gift a long time ago. I don't even remember who it was.
JVJ? Those are the initials on the clasp.
That's who it was. Jones. Some fool named Jonathan Vanderley Jones. They didn't mean a thing to me.
Expense account item 6. $51.40. Hotel charges and additional miscellaneous. Expense account total, $418.40. Remarks? Suggest you reconsider this account. Client should be regarded as a bad risk. It'll happen again. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Remember, friends, wherever you are, whatever you do, enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. That lively, full-bodied Wrigley Spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It cools your mouth, moistens your throat, helps keep you feeling fresh and comfortable. The smooth, pleasant chewing helps keep you feeling relaxed, too. So you naturally feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. Remember, too, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing treat you can enjoy almost any time and any place. Just slip a stick into your mouth whenever you want it. Do as millions do. Keep Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy and enjoy it often every day. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Les Crutchfield with music by Eddie Dunstetter.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Nelson Price, Johnny.
Oh, yes. How are you, Mr. Price?
Fine. Got a job for you. You'll have to go to the West Indies.
The West Indies?
Near Haiti, St. Ledger. Mr. Claude Sheldon holds a big policy with us. We insure him, his wife, and his farm. They've had a lot of trouble. It's going to cost us a lot of money, and we think an investigation is necessary. Come on down to the office, and I'll give you as much as I've got, Johnny.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For refreshing taste, plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. When your mouth and throat feel hot and dry, a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you quick, long-lasting refreshment. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The chewing itself helps keep your throat pleasantly moist. Best of all, you can chew and enjoy refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum almost any time and any place. Keep a package handy right in your purse or pocket so you can chew a stick whenever you want it. For refreshing taste, plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Millions enjoy it, and you will, too.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office International Insurance and Bonding Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the voodoo matter. Expense account item 1, $206.40, plane fare and incidentals from New York to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, after receiving from you the necessary information concerning the insured, Claude Sheldon. After landing, I checked into the hotel and waited for Claude Sheldon as prearranged. I waited for about an hour. Come in.
Mr. Dollar?
That's right. Mr. Sheldon?
Yes.
I've been expecting you. Claude Sheldon pushed himself away from the door, grabbed a chair and dropped into it, took in long, deep breaths and smiled a very slow, weak smile.
I would have been here sooner, but there's been more trouble.
More trouble, eh? Well, my company told me a little about it, but you better give me your own story.
Certainly. As you know, I am a farmer.
Yeah.
My place is near Saint-Léger. A number of other farms in the vicinity, all doing very well until several months ago. First it was fires. The cane fields burned. One by one the cattle became sick. Then some of the farmers grew ill and died.
Can I get you something?
Please. Some water, please.
Have you been to see a doctor?
I'm afraid a doctor can't help.
There you are.
Thank you.
Have you any idea what's wrong with you?
Yes and no. My Christian religion fights it, but my life on Haiti has taught me deep respect for it.
Respect for what, Mr. Sheldon?
Voodoo, Mr. Dollar. Oh, I know just what you're thinking. But a doctor in Haiti has examined me and my wife and the others. He can find nothing wrong.
Voodoo, Mr. Sheldon?
I don't expect you to understand. It's hard for me. Perhaps there is something else. I hope you can find out.
Well, I'm afraid I can't buy the voodoo theory, Mr. Sheldon.
There's one thing. Immediately after my wife and I became ill, I received an offer from my farm. A very low offer from a Saint-Léger banker. I investigated and found it had been made in the interests of one Arthur Cotswold.
Arthur Cotswold.
Haiti's biggest planter. Extremely wealthy.
Even after the sick cattle and the fires and everything?
Yes. That's why I became suspicious. The other farmers received similar offers.
More water?
Perhaps I don't think I... Mr. Dollar.
Mr. Sheldon. I called the hotel desk for a doctor, but by the time he'd gotten Sheldon to the hospital, the patient was dead. The authorities were called in, and I was questioned. A preliminary examination was made on the dead man, but the cause of death remained a mystery. So an autopsy was ordered. I told the chief of police to forward the report to me as Saint-Léger and left for the Sheldon farm. Expense account item 2, $5 American for a beaten-up taxi to take me 10 miles into the country. A crowd of natives was standing in front of the Sheldon house as we drove up. I didn't know what it was. No one said a word. But something was wrong. I could feel it. I walked through the crowd and up to the house and stopped cold as the door opened.
Who are you?
I'd never seen anything like him. A native who was a good 7 feet tall and must have weighed at least 300.
Me, Bemba. Who are you?
Me, I'm Johnny Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator.
You from United States?
Yeah. I'm supposed to investigate the trouble here.
Me know. Master Sheldon tell me.
I saw Master Sheldon about an hour ago.
He dead.
How do you know he died?
You come in house.
All right. What are all those people doing out there?
They're friends. Madame, she died too.
Bimba led the way into the bedroom, where Mrs. Sheldon lay on the bed, covered with a fresh white sheet, her eyes closed in death, her face drawn and tired. Bimba told me that she died about an hour before, and a cold chill ran up my back. I remembered her husband lying on the floor of my hotel room about an hour before.
Bad voodoo.
Is that why the cattle are sick and the fields burned?
Oui, bad voodoo.
Mr. Sheldon thought a man named Cotswold might have something to do with it.
Mr. Cotswold, big man. Very powerful.
What are those drums?
For Madame and Master. The voodoo, good voodoo, give blessing for spirit for Madame and Master.
I see. I want to talk to the police in Saint Leger. Who do I see?
Me take you.
Right then, I inherited Bimba, and if there was going to be any trouble, the giant servant would certainly help to make up for any lack on my part. The first thing I wanted to do was to contact the authorities in Saint Leger, and Bimba told me my man was Inspector Georges. Bimba saddled up 2 horses from the barn, and together we rode back to Saint Leger. Bimba pointed out the inspector's office and waited in front while I went in.
Oui, Monsieur Dollard. The Sheldons were a very fine family. I knew them very well.
How did everybody know they were dead?
On Haiti, things of such nature are never a secret. The natives know. Voodoo? Being a stranger to Haiti, Monsieur Dollard, I expect you to be a skeptic.
But you're not?
Let us say I've been in Haiti too long to be one, huh?
Oh. You know a man named Cotswold?
I would suggest you forget Monsieur Cotswold.
Why?
Monsieur Cotswold is a very prominent man.
Yes, so I've heard.
He is the largest plantation owner in the West Indies, a self-made man with a considerable temper.
I'll mention it in my report to my office.
Eh bien, as you wish. But Monsieur Cotswold is looked upon by the people of Saint Leger with a great deal of respect. It is my opinion that you should avoid him. First, because I am certain he will not be in sympathy with your motives, and second, because the opposition you will encounter will be far-reaching and much too difficult for you to handle.
What if I come up with something incriminating?
Oh, for your sake, I hope you do not.
Oh. What do you do here in Saint Leger, Inspector?
I am the law, Monsieur Dollard.
But you wouldn't like it if this Cotswold were guilty of breaching that law?
If Monsieur Cotswold has broken the law, it would certainly be my duty to arrest him. But I am not considering the arrest, nor the necessary steps that would have to be taken to prove the guilt. Dangerous steps, Monsieur Dollard. One might trip on those steps.
And break his neck.
For 10 years I have been the law. If tomorrow Cotswold decided it was time for me to relinquish my position, I should probably retire.
So you prefer the middle of the road, huh?
It is much easier to see what is ahead.
You can always get run down from behind.
I do as much as I can to prevent that possibility. No, again, my suggestion that you forget Monsieur Cotswold.
I left the philosophical inspector and went back to Bimba, still sitting outside on his horse. Every time I looked at him, it was like a little kid spotting the Empire State Building for the first time. He smiled a mouthful of white teeth and leaned over to give me a hand up. He caught me by the wrist and lifted me into my saddle as though he was hoisting a small bundle of laundry.
The inspector. He say forget Mr. Cotswold.
What? Bimba.
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, forget it. What do you think I should do?
Me think you do what you want.
And you know what I want.
Oui. You want to go see Mr. Cotswold.
The inspector says I shouldn't.
You go anyway.
You think it's a mistake?
If you're afraid. But you're not. You're not strong like Bimba, but you're a good fighter.
I don't like to fight, Bimba.
Bimba know that. We go see Mr. Cotswold.
We swung our horses around, and Bimba led the way up a long, narrow road, surrounded on both sides by sugarcane fields. Somewhere, from not too far away, I heard the drums start again. Bimba straightened in his saddle and looked off to the north. He began moving his shoulders, slowly keeping time to the steady rhythm of the drums. Then he began to sing softly. What does that mean, Bimba?
It means in your language, it is our Papa who passes.
Papa?
Papa Damballa, the great source.
Voodoo.
Oui. I later must leave you. Today, Wednesday, is the day of Papa Damballa.
He turned back to the north and continued his little chant until we reached the beginning of a long, high fence running along next to the narrow road. Bimba leaned down and swung open a big gate. Then we rode up the path that led through the Cotswold property until we reached the house. Sitting back between two huge trees was the Cotswold mansion. Bimba stayed on his horse, and I climbed down and walked to the front door.
Mr. Dollar, watch out for Mr. Jocelyn. He guards Mr. Cotswold.
Thanks.
What do you want?
I'd like to see Mr. Cotswold.
You do, huh? What are you doing here, Bimba?
I wait for Monsieur.
Found himself a new governor, huh? You must be that dollar fella.
I must be.
Well, come in. Mr. Cotswold's been expecting you.
Jocelyn wasn't a very small man himself. Looked as though he was capable of handling just about any situation that might come up. He led the way into a large paneled study, and I met Arthur Cotswold. The drums had stopped.
I know why you're here, Mr. Dollar.
Well, then that should make it a lot easier for both of us.
For some reason, the farmers are suspicious. Their fear is divided between me and Voodoo. Sheldon convinced some that I might be responsible.
And of course you're not.
Of course.
Sheldon thought you might want to get control of the other farms in Saint-Leger.
I simply tried to help them. With their cattle sick and their crops gone, I had my banker make them an offer.
What would you want with sick cattle?
I could use the land.
You think the cattle will get better and the crops won't fail if you control the land?
I intend to do away with the sick cattle. I have no use for the crops.
Have any of your cattle been affected?
None.
That's pretty strange.
Haiti is a strange land. And on this point, I would most certainly give you advice. Go home, Mr. Dollar. Leave well enough alone.
Well enough is pretty bad, the way I see it, Mr. Cotswold. And I'll leave after I've gotten a few answers.
Mr. Dollar, I am not a patient man. I've gone out of my way to give you some healthy advice. Heed it, for your sake.
I won't forget it for a minute.
You persist in this investigation?
I get paid to persist, Mr. Cotswold.
Friends, you know Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is a delicious treat that millions enjoy all year round. It's good to chew almost any time and any place. In warm weather, you'll enjoy especially the refreshment that Wrigley's Spearmint Gum gives you. When your mouth feels hot and dry, or when you're feeling warm and tired, chewing Wrigley's Spearmint gives you a pleasant little lift. It cools your mouth, moistens your throat, and refreshes your taste. Besides, chewing on a good, smooth piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum seems to add enjoyment to whatever else you're doing. So enjoy it at home, at work, wherever you are. And remember, Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is a swell treat to take along on picnics. Get plenty for everybody. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I left Arthur Cotswold, picked up Bimba, and he led me back to town. On the way, I got an idea. When we arrived in town, I sent Bimba back to the Sheldon farm. Then I went in to talk to Inspector Georges. The inspector had received a wire from the authorities in Port-au-Prince concerning the autopsy on Sheldon.
I had no idea the authorities in Port-au-Prince were interested in this affair.
May I see that?
Oh, mais certainement.
Wow. Here's something pretty interesting, Inspector. Mr. Sheldon died of a disease known as brucellosis, commonly known in cattle as Bang's disease.
I read the account.
Ever heard of brucellosis, Inspector?
I'm not a medical man, Monsieur Dollar.
Undulant fever. Sheldon and his wife probably caught it from their sick cattle.
Very bien, then you have solved the mystery.
No, not quite. I want to find out why all the cattle belonging to the small farmers got sick and not the ones belonging to Mr. Cotswold.
What do you intend to do?
I think those cattle were infected and the cane fields burned deliberately. If the cattle were infected, there might be some of the brucellosis still around, and I'm going to find it. And I think you'd better issue a search warrant and come with me.
No, Monsieur Dollar. The middle of the road, remember?
I think you'd better start modifying your policy, Inspector. Unless you want me to get in touch with Port-au-Prince and ask that you be held as a material witness in a murder case.
I will issue the warrant.
I kind of thought you would.
I will issue it, but you certainly don't think it will be able enough to get you into that house.
No, but it'll make it legal. I sent Bimba back to collect some of his friends. They're going to help us get into that house, Inspector.
Oh, no, I will take no part in violence.
They won't even be with us. It'll be easy to search the Cotswold place if Cotswold was out fighting a fire.
A fire?
Oh, just a harmless fire. But far enough away so that Cotswold will think it's his cane fields.
Well, I don't agree with such methods, Monsieur Dollar, but as long as it's a harmless fire, I will issue the warrant.
Well, welcome back to the gutter, Inspector. The view isn't much, but you can't miss where you're going. When we reached the Sheldon farm, we saw a crowd of natives standing out in front. Again, something was wrong. We piled out, pushed our way through the crowd, and inside the house we found what it was. Lying in the middle of the room was Bimba. He was almost dead when I knelt beside him.
I talked to friends. They light fire for you.
Thanks.
Now I go to Baron Samter. Dambalo way to take me.
He has been stabbed?
Yeah. Got him from behind. Never would have faced him.
You stay. You see, wait till Lena tete your mort.
See what?
It's a ritual. It means taking the spirit from the head of the dead. He wants you to see it.
You stay. You believe voodoo.
All right, Bimba. I'll stay.
You see. Believe.
Bimba.
No. He is dead.
The next few hours I'll never forget. The natives came into the house and placed Bimba on a bench. Then the ceremony began. They carried live pigeons, olive oil, 30 pieces of fat pine wood, a pair of chickens, and some coarse cornmeal. They covered Bimba's body with a saddle blanket, killed the chickens, roasted the cornmeal, and put it in a large white plate. The pine wood slivers were lighted and held like candles. Then a man they called Donet took the white plate in one hand and the pot with the chicken in the other and approached the fire, chanting a strange dirge. Then as Donet finished the last line of the chant, the body of Bimba sat straight up with straining eyes, bowed its head, and fell back. The inspector and I drove over to Cotswold's house and waited while the moon climbed up over the clouds and the drums in the distance tangled my nerves into knots. After an hour of waiting, a dull glow to the south started the expected commotion in the Cotswold household, and we climbed out of the car.
Fire, Mr. Cotswold! They're coming for you! Get the servants! Get the servants! Get every man out there to fight that fire! Hey!
It worked. Yeah. Give them a few minutes and we'll go into the house. Now. The inspector and I took the Cotswold house apart like a well-trained wrecking crew and came up with exactly nothing.
Well, Monsieur Dollar?
Isn't there a barn out back?
Oui.
Then let's go. The drums were louder now, and the dull glow of the fire had nearly vanished. The inspector took one end of the barn, and I took the other. We worked toward each other. And just about the time I was ready to give the whole thing up...
Monsieur Dollar.
You find something?
This.
Huh. A hypodermic for cattle. That's not enough.
And this, I found it under that box.
A bottle. Might not be anything.
But we could take it back to town and have it analyzed.
Well, that's about all we can do. This is the only thing we've got. Let's go.
I'm afraid not. Stand right where you are.
Hello, Mr. Cotswold. You know the inspector, don't you?
For a number of years. I must say I didn't expect this of him.
I have a search warrant, Monsieur Cotswold.
How very interesting. See if they have any weapons, Jocelyn. Right?
I assure you we are well within our rights. This warrant is...
Shut up and raise your hands.
Better do as he says.
A commendable suggestion, Mr. Dollar. But I'm afraid you've learned prudence a little too late.
I never argue with a gun.
They both got guns, Mr. Cotswold.
You're making a serious mistake.
I'm afraid the mistake is yours and Mr. Dollar's, Inspector. Get the bottle and the hypodermic.
Yes, sir.
Is that the stuff you've been infecting the cattle with?
It is. You see, you really should have taken my advice and returned to the States. And I'm surprised at you, Inspector. I really thought you were more sensible.
Sometimes a man finds his pride and does the best thing.
And this is the best thing.
Perhaps it sounds foolish, but I think it is.
You know, of course, that I cannot allow either of you to live.
Tell me something. Who killed Bimba?
I think Jocelyn can answer that. But enough conversation. I'll leave the details in your hands.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
All right, start walking.
Jocelyn, you won't...
Shut up. Now do what I tell you and start walking.
Huh? The drums have stopped.
Just keep moving right out the gate.
What about the drums? What does it mean?
I don't know.
Mr. Cotswold! All right, both of you, start running for that house. Go on.
We ran into the house with Jocelyn right behind us. He ordered us to go ahead of him and into the dark study. And that's where we found Cotswold, stretched out on the floor, his dead eyes staring up at us, his mouth open in a soundless scream. His neck had been broken.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Huh? Who's here?
Monsieur Dollar.
Who is it? Who's in this room? No! No! Get away from me, you're dead!
You won't believe it, and to this day I'm still not sure. But there in the darkness was a huge man, and he looked exactly like Bimba. Jocelyn shot him 6 times, and he kept right on coming. Then he grabbed Jocelyn and crushed him like an eggshell. By the time we'd collected our wits, the giant had disappeared through the door and into the night.
Monsieur Dollar.
I think I'll sit down.
Was it Bimba?
I don't know. I don't want to know anything. I just want to get on the first plane back to the States and relax for a week in a tub of hot mud. Well, there it is. It certainly looked like Bimba. If you're inclined to believe in voodoo, perhaps it was. I talked to some of the natives before I left, and it didn't seem unusual to them. Cotswold was a bad man, and Bimba had come back from the dead to avenge his people. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling it to you just the way I saw it. Or am I? Well, anyway, it's the inspector's problem. Expense account items 3 and 4, $250. Hotel bill, plane fare, and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $461.40. If you want any more information, you can contact me at the Greenbrier Rest Home. I'll be the third mud pie from the left. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The taste of fresh spearmint is cooling and delightful, and there's lots of it in every stick of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It freshens your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and sweetens your breath besides. You'll enjoy the good chewing, too, because Wrigley's Spearmint is so smooth and pleasant to chew on. There's nothing else quite like it. Next time you're at the store, stop at your friendly merchant's display of chewing gum and get a few packages of good-tasting Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Always keep some handy for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in today's cast were Tudor Owen, Parley Bear, Roy Glenn, Ben Wright, Bill Conrad, and Jester Hairston. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.